Is fitness data good enough for motivating people to be active? And how about stories? For centuries, people have been using stories to communicate important values.
Hi, my name is Herman Saksono. Today I'm going to talk about my Kai 2021 paper that shows both data and stories in personal informatics can motivate people and families to be active. But more importantly, both data and stories are powerful, but in different ways. The goal of this work is to reduce obesity, a global epidemic that can lead to diabetes and cardiovascular diseases. Yes, obesity is preventable by having a healthy diet and regular physical activity, but more often than not, obesity is about your socioeconomic status, especially in the US. What that means is if you are poor, then it's more challenging for you to exercise. As a result, it's easier for you to gain weight. Exercising is also a social activity. Decades of research show that it's easier to be active if you have social support. Having family members to motivate you or friends you can exercise with is very motivating. So here's the big question. How can we make personal informatics more social in a way that motivates people to engage in healthy behavior? To answer that question, we designed and evaluated StoryMap within the Storywell app.
In StoryMap, families can do two things. First, they can record their physical activity experiences as stories. This supports self-modeling. And second, they can share their fitness data and stories on a neighborhood map that other families can listen to and get some inspiration. This supports social modeling. This design is guided by social cognitive theory, or SCT, that shows human cognition and behavior are influenced by their social environment. In SCT, our actions are induced by our self-efficacy and outcome expectations, but readily constrained by personal and social environmental impediments that we face. In turn, both self-modeling and social modeling can enhance our self-efficacy and outcome expectations. And in this study, we examine how technology can be designed to facilitate both self-modeling and social modeling.
To do that, we conducted an in-depth qualitative evaluation of StoryMap. We recruited 16 families with young children to use StoryMap for 4 weeks. We also prioritized the app for families of low socioeconomic status backgrounds. In total, we got 26 hours of interview data. That's about 672 pages of transcripts, which we analyzed using grounded theory. And this is what we found. It turns out that both data and stories in health technologies are powerful means of health promotion, but they work in their own unique ways. In this video, I will talk more about how social modeling unfolds. If you want to read findings related to self-modeling and model similarities, you can check out our full paper over here.
First, seeing other people's data help us to know our adequacy. By seeing how other people similar to you perform, you get a sense of how much is an adequate goal for you. In turn, that enhances your self-efficacy. 2. Stories from other people tell you the steps to achieve the task in being active. That's very motivating because knowing how to do a task enhances your self-efficacy. 3. Stories also communicate positive emotions after exercising. Such stories enhance your outcome expectations. And finally, stories also tell you that your behavior is aligned with your peers' norms. Stories like that validate your action, and you feel confident about your behavior if the outcome expectations are aligned with your peers' norms.
To put everything together, this is the conceptual model of technology-supported social modeling. The detail is in our paper. In conclusion, social personal informatics should incorporate both data and stories into their design because they are both important. We shared 5 design recommendations in our paper, but I want to say a few important things. Data and stories are invaluable assets that many communities have. Data and stories tell you what is adequate, what is doable, and what is emotionally satisfying. But more importantly, both data and stories can connect people and help develop relationships, which is very valuable for marginalized communities to counter health disparities.